my god, I feel so bad for myself, guys. If anyone is still there, yeah. Froggy, hi! Welcome to the stream. I disconnected! Oh my gosh, I'm so sad.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already.
We built the Jade Chamber?
So the rumors are the Jade...
Lady Ningguang.
Patience. Nevertheless, the building site has been chosen, and they are as follows. Sunset Vermilionite,
yes, Philippine
Wonder
internet
Cores,
sucks,
and
for
Adepti
sure.
Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never...
Only sufficiently large Adepti Sigils
Fine,
serve as a means of integrating... Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections, I take the saying, you may ask me...
These things won't be easy to...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about...
No.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space.
Man, I love Ningguang.
The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary.
Jeff. It's a
Remember,
sub-account.
this is a race against the clock.
This
A
is
rare
why
opportunity
my
presents itself to you.
UID isn't covered.
Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private. We can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Philippine internet sucks.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information.
Let's go speedrun
Information's
this.
just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Children, come, come.
Oh, what is
Oh, no. In fact,
a gift for Paimon?
when you traversed my that fortunately... Oh, I will not... The teapot that you entered
So, in the eyes of...
Oh, indeed, but that's enough nostalgia for now.
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's what's more. Well, for starters, I require you would have to dig, but almost no one is even more difficult. In any case, Smaragdus Jadeite. Goodness knows if...
Well, since you're...
Yes.
She counts? so many adepti in Liyue Harbor. We...
Oh, maybe so.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yenfei.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you became one of Liyue's most before finally defeating a shame that we didn't. If we had, well, allow me to introduce myself once more. Oh, yes, here's my business card. If you have an urgent...
All right, Yenfei. You'll have to excuse Yen.
Paimon was good.
An Adeptus? He mentioned they had me, and once I...
Well, that's a bit cat.
Well, Anyway, let's not... The chasm's been sealed.
Is that Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've told...
Whoa.
Commercial consultants, Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who wants... He mentioned that he was... So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join...
Wow. Best we...
Hang on.
They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Don't worry, we're not bad guys.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this.
So what? She's loaded.
I've already told you. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay?
I won't.
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling, then seen you at kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. How could you afford to be so wasteful?
Master warned me not to lay, but here we are.
Boss, I'm telling you some...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business.
Silence! How dare you
No, don't.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon.
I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though.
This is Liyue Harbor.
Laws. No,
Really? So
that would be my stomach.
she's so... Wait, that's right. Then of course you're...
Chingson, Glaze Lily.
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus?
No, she isn't.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do.
Chingson, Glaze Lily, and Violet.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything.
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather awful. Though they...
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future.
Oh my god.
The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
True.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right. Paimon and...
I see. I heard something.
Yep. You get to ask Ning. Were you interested in...
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to. But having an Adeptus help out will make things...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then?
Vito! That is not acceptable!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict.
Look, we went to with Sunset Vermilion
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's
Oh my
you.
god, Baiju. The Zen of Genshin.
Baiju? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large...
Huh? How come we...
I'm not too sure. Oh, and she also...
No, we've...
Ah, the variety of... As far as the record
Okay then, Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
It kinda reminds
And if
me of
there's
Zen from
anything
Mystic
further you need
Messenger.
from me, just...
Alright, let's go. We need to do a lot of side quests. This is so sad, but yeah, we have to do it. For desperation of my gems. Oh yeah, I forgot to get my in-mail. Yeah. At least I have content, guys. It's okay.
One book.
Feel free to look around.
We're looking for the Leo...
Sorry, dear.
Huh?
The thing is, it barely sold any copies.
Well, that's a shame.
The fact remains that
Who's Ching?
a book collector who lives in Ching. He was a regular customer.
Did somebody say out of print books?
Xingqiu!
Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Apologies, my liege. Since you and I are both in search of Loth, my pleasure,
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Leo volume of the Tibet?
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recent. Your father gave me specific instructions.
I see. Have
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a moment. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of...
oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. And a lot at the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand.
500 million!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
But without any...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the...
That's great! Wouldn't it be a little,
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Seagazer was very open-minded.
Open-minded? I have not heard of sea...
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's... Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms.
Okay, we will.
Guys, I'll be right back. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. I better get some food. I'm getting hungry. Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Habang kumakain ako dito, tuloy natin ng pakonti-konti yung quest. Pero kaso ano na to eh. Like, what do you call this? Itutuloy ko muna to, ha? Autoplay muna.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Ayun nga. Wait lang, kain muna ako. Tap kasi ng ulam eh. May salpikaw kasi dito sa bahay. So, ayan nga. Sarap.
Going out into the world and investigating, turning the unknown into the known. I miss this feeling.
Eating stream, let's go. Sweet. Grabe ah. Kayo din, kain din kayo. Since it's 6 o'clock, dinner time, kain din kayo.
The truth of this world. What could it be?
Teka lang, mag-equip ako ng pyro damage bonus. Pwede rin to, no? Energy recharge. For now, ayan muna, guys. So, ito 5 stars ko, guys. I have Ayaka, Albedo, si Aloy, Mona, then Ketching, C1. Kasi hindi ko ginagamit si Ketching. I don't like her at all. Wait lang, may friend request ako. I don't like Ketching because her personality infuriates me sometimes. Yung sa Niue Archon quest, may kasabihan doon kasi na tawag dito, like masyadong 80s yung personality niya. So, I assume that Ketching is an atheist. Kasi yun yung sabi ni Ganyo eh.
What a view. How about a quick break so I can sketch this beautiful scenery? Going out into the world and investigating, turning the unknown into the known.
Okay, tapos na ako kumain. Wait lang.
I miss this
Babalik ko
feeling.
lang to sa dishwasher. Okay guys, we are back. Pasok na tayo dito. We will do this quest. Excuse me.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
Okay, let's do this.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's got. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees.
These are not real, Cloud. If we want to go down, we must first.
All right, then let's.
I sense the presence of monsters in the.
Hey, let's go.
Odds revealed by
This is a great undertaking.
Unleash!
Ay, wait lang. Ano to?
Manifest!
Yo.
whirling snow.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Feel this ancient power.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
It's because I don't have strong claymores, okay?
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Yo.
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Cecilia disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
My apologies. Yeah. Teamwork is true. Embrace the ice.
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Did I mess up? I believe I did. But never mind that because... Wait.
Coming to be.
Oh wait. Wrong place.
Burst forth.
I believe I messed up. Hang on. Wait. Oh wait. Here we are.
Signature power.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Burst forth.
Obey! Go in! Take flight! Sakura swirl! By ordinance divine!
Moment of birth. Come into being.
My apologies! By royal decree!
Burst forth.
Unleash! Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Witness the great undertaking.
Nice. Okay. Sunset Vermilionite.
Look, over there! Could that be the Sunset Vermilionite?
Yay.
Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but the
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature. Right?
Wow, Shenhe. You seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to.
Hold on a sec. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able. But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Weightlifting fairy
Are
be
you
like,
sure? Be careful.
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. My safety.
That's right. I'm unsure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt. No matter, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet.
weightlifting fairy be like? Okay. Why the heck did I go here?
Adventure time!
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive
I
rock
didn't
all
know
by
there was a
herself?
bone named
She's
Messenger.
gotta be one of those adepti, surely.
I know, right?
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full mark.
My name isn't important. I'm not even. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute.
Shenhua and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhua!
Ningguang's
Just
little
now on the way
helper.
over, pretty much.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? Whenever Paimon.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect,
Yeah, 'cause that's how adept.
but I am not.
Shenhua?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode.
Well,
No need.
you can't do that. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking.
Hi there. Check it. Since this was chosen as the so business is booming for me today.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhua, you should go get some rest. Paimon's gonna go see if there's any. Let's buy one for Shenhua too.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. See you tomorrow.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
Cloud Retainer. To be honest, we all assumed that Shenhua was Cloud Retainer, right? But it turns out it's not.
One trust you have met
So far, so good.
naturally. Save for gone
Cool. So calling her Shenhua?
her Adeptus name.
Don't
on this latter point.
Oh, right. What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who did
Mommy
Do you mean
retainer.
to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start...
Ah, yes. She was like the one first found Shenhe by chance
Yes,
in
so
a
much
cave. Inside was Shenhe,
shaking my head.
then aged around 6 years old.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was one dealt with the monster.
In other words, if you hadn't...
Not necessarily.
That's still so dangerous.
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering. Indeed. It is, however, her homicidal urges did not subside with Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. The red ropes have indeed... It is only by fate that...
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare draw... Ningguang
Just
once made a
imagine
bold
Mommy
assertion
Retainer has 400
that this
years
is to be
worth
the
of
era of the
Ganyu's
contract
childhood
between
story.
Liyue and the human. If she handles it
Hey!
admirably, one is willing to be a witness. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adeptus. Hey, so, Shenhe...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in.
Cloud Retainer talks. Ganyu sweats
I was
nervously.
worried that something may have happened to you.
Yep.
So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting. After all,
Sorry, Shen...
it's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, for this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an Adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do.
10,000
like
ways
the title
to say
friend very much
that
indeed.
Ganyu used to be a flute ball rolling down the hill. Hey!
Well, now that we're all
I was
rested up,
about
we
to
should
say
start searching for the other two items on the list. But before
Oh my
we do that,
gosh.
let's go to the... After all,
These two.
Sunset Vermilionite... Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky!
We're going to meet
But
Shenhe's
it
girlfriend.
seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
We're like her parents here.
Hey, Bylin! And hey, Beto! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the
We're
construction
going to
work into
meet
2 phases
Shenhe's
to make sure the
girlfriend,
structure remains balanced.
AKA future wife.
Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment. I'll be right there. The construction work has
Yes.
only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady
Yunjin.
Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beidou, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
Greetings!
These two are Paimon
I am
and the Traveler,
Shenhe's
both
parent.
good buddies of mine.
Joke.
And this is, sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
No,
Good to meet
you're
ya.
our daughter.
A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both.
Of
I've heard
course.
much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a
This
feeling
trope
that we
is
will get along
definitely
very
love at
well
first sight.
indeed. To be honest with
Or
you all,
love at first
I am
story.
in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest.
I can't imagine how they
Thanks
did
to my
that in one
father's
day.
connections,
I mean, the
I was
Jade
able
Chamber.
to acquire a specimen
I
of the
just remembered
plastrite
that the
required.
monster got choked when
Fortunately,
it tried to
it was
swallow.
approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now. Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think? Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Oh yeah, speaking of Beidou, I actually bought her wig on Shopee. And I cosplayed the modern version, my take on Beidou. So yeah, on my cosplay that time, she was wearing this one-piece shirt. Since she's a pirate and I think she would like One Piece, I did it.
Precisely.
So yeah, another fact about me, I'm a cosplayer as well.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin? I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion. Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it. The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an
The way
adeptus.
Shenhe is
It's
staring
called
at
The
her
Divine
future
Damsel
husband.
of Devastation.
Husband Yunjin supremacy.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Oh yeah, Jeff, I did cosplaying.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry.
Husband
name is
Yunjin
Yunjin.
supremacy.
Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No? We were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium.
Yunjin's hangout is
If I
cute,
remember
to be honest.
correctly,
Yes, I agree.
Lady Ningguang sourced
I
her
have
Star
did that
Splinter
on my
Iron
main
from the
account,
Mount Tianheng
actually.
area. They say it resonates with visions.
But actually, my favorite hangout is actually Ningguang.
It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As
From
for the
a
Subrosium,
mature
though,
perspective, Ningguang has the
trickier.
best hangout so far.
it's all but unheard of. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some
Yunjin would
inspiration.
make a great husband.
Let's not delay. We should head
I
straight there.
agree. I am voting for Yunjin to be Shenhe's husband. My favorite is probably Thomas. Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It becoming a hero.
How's husband Thomas?
A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous
Uh-oh, I'm
village
going
on the
to
mountain.
disconnect again.
In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting
I was
herbs
gonna
and was
disconnect, but
captured by the monster. Her husband was so
I was
distraught at the
checking
news
my
that it broke his
KBS
spirit and drove
on
him to madness.
the OBS application.
The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice
That
a
was close
child to
though.
me."
I hope.
What a nasty
I love
piece
the
of
girl
work.
that can't cook.
Paimon sure hopes this monster gets
Are
put
you
in its
referring
place.
to A?
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward. No! Don't do it, little girl! Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be.
That her
I'm not sure
husband
she
is
deserves all the
gonna
praise she is
do
given.
that play for
I've
her.
never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Yeah. Wait, I forgot where that is. I better check. Oh, I found it. The other one is there.
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there? Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right.
Now we have served Miss EA Vaxx be gay for Shenjin for 30 more minutes. I actually am gay for
He
Shenjin.
didn't seem to catch that. Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
I love Shenjin so much. It's one of the most healthiest ships that I have.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjun.
It's
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
I'm sorry, Cassie, but I don't ship Lumi. I ship Lumi with
Thank you,
Venti.
kind sir.
I'm
We'll go
so
and
sorry.
take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe.
It's one
She'll
of
be
my
quite
most
safe.
least favorite ships. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
Then let's see what we can find in this village.
Alright, let's go.
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the
When
divine
Yaimiko is
damsel of
released, I will
devastation
cook a lot of
happened
fried
right
tofu
here
to lure the
in this
Electro
village?
Fox wife.
The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
This world holds many a rare treasure.
Huh. What's this?
The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry, I will give you everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier. Your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer that pain with you. You said you had no regrets in this life, that you only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe. But you regret nothing. Why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. Do I still breathe? I feel like an empty shell. I have read all of the Asian texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. He had kept the book that I could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might even have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I'm sorry, my love, forgive me. You too, Shenhe, please, forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind. Let me apologize to both of you in person. Oh.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Oh, okay. Nasa taas pala. Yep, I saw it.
This is it!
Magic engraven to Subrosium does not wear off easily. Mount Changhang at dusk. Look in the direction of the setting sun. Okay.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium! Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news!
Alright, let's go.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus
The
from a
story is
merchant
still
passing
sad.
by.
Yes, it is.
I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, and I will leave you all in peace.
Uh-oh.
Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that
I'm
you are
worrying
okay.
about my KBS.
I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I
think
cannot
I should
simply
make a
dismiss
beach
your
wedding
lived experience
set up on
in
my
favor of
teapot
my
for the
father's
sake
fiction.
of seeing our
It's
ships
okay.
getting married.
I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhe, Yunjin, cut the chit-chat. Let's go. We can't let someone else beat us to it.
Go to the middle of the lake. Oh, here. Please include Xiao and Ganyu. If you have both of them, then Shenhe and Yunjin. Or if anyone has the characters, we should do a ceremony. We should do a ceremony regarding that. Wait until evening. I only have Xiao and Yunjin. To anyone who has Ganyu and Shenhe, please. We are going to have a teapot ceremony of marriage. Thank you. Oh, I see Xiao.
That's everything we need. Let's head back and report in.
Oh, Xiao is here.
Simon's curious if Beto's made any progress.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Jeez, Xiao. Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh, good.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing?
Oh my god, Beto.
I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you.
Man, I love Beto.
Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Okay.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Nice. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there finishing this archon quest. And we need to get ready because Yunjin is going to have a performance.
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plush-strike yet!
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd I'd like to invite our 3 winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Alright. Let's be mentally prepared. Ningguang.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then
Oh my.
I will prepare
No,
my
no,
props
oh no.
and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the
please,
Jade
please
Chamber.
stay with me.
You're quite welcome.
Okay.
It's
My KBS
truly
is
what a
good.
good opera...
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well. Guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement.
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.